The following is a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.
Welcome back to another BBB Bite by Bite. It's a show that we kind of piggyback it with Mission Minded. When we started Mission Minded, it was specifically about your organization, your not-for-profits and stuff. And then this thing just kind of grew wheels or legs or whatever you want to call it, man. It just kind of took off on its own. We started taking emails, info@TonyKurreRadio.net. We get 10 to 15 emails every single week, so we love that, info@TonyKurreRadio.net. But we wanted to do something specific to the Heart of Alabama Food Bank and certainly Feeding America called Bite by Bite. And today you want to talk about organizational change. Where are you going to go?
Yeah. So one of the things people may not know, so Feeding America, largest nonprofit, and they actually don't serve food. They work through what's called partner food banks. There's 4 of them in the state of Alabama, and we cover the large territory, 34 counties. And then we have, so we can't serve that large. It's about 25,000 square miles. We can't serve that large of an area. It's predominantly rural alone. So we have affiliated food banks, which basically are just a little bit smaller than us, that cover a certain amount of those counties that help us. So we even though we're a partner food bank, we cover directly 12 counties and the other 22 are covered by these 4 food banks. Okay. So Feeding America signs we do a new contract coming up on 3 years ago. And one of it was data sharing. And I'm telling you, you want to talk about people, when you talk about donors, when you talk about data, I mean, it's amazing how protective people get.
Oh, man, I can imagine.
For a whole host of reasons. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So so when I first got here, we have this inventory. It's called Primarius. I won't get into that, but it's an inventory system. And it's not that we love the inventory system itself. It's got pluses and minuses, but it's really helped through automation. It allows our agencies to order from us online. It updates our inventory in real time as it's being ordered. It's barcode. Everything's barcoded. Just accountable across the board. It's been really great. And so Feeding America wanted to do data sharing, so we have hooked into them. So instead of piling together every quarter data and then the end of year data, if we just keep our data in there, they can go in and just pull it automatically. So it saves us the time of having to do that. Oh, yeah. It saves us, the error rates just from manually putting stuff in can be high. Well, because for 22 of our counties, we have to get that data from our 4 AFBs, and they're all on different inventory systems. So they have to get the data that we want. They put it together, they send it to us. Then we have to manually, put it into our system and then print it. It takes a long time. No doubt. It's messy. It sometimes really is a struggle to get accurate reporting. So I said, hey, you're going to have to change over to P2 and plug into our system so that we're automatically getting your data, and then they can automatically get our data collectively as a whole. And look, I'm not faulting our affiliated food banks. They do a great job. But it just goes to show you, you would think, okay, something simple like that. Okay. You have to talk about, is there going to be cost associated with it? Mm-hmm. I mean, I had to go brief my board on it. Now my board and me are meeting with their CEO, their board and the CEOs. And I mean, it illustrates any time, because it just, for whatever reason, it's just natural in the nonprofit world. You can have the best nonprofit in the world, but more times than not, it gets into this kingdom building. And so we want to build walls around our nonprofit, and we're like, this is my baby. I don't want anybody touching it. I don't want anybody messing with it. I don't want, because I built it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't even like collaborating with each other.
Yeah.
Oftentimes because we're scared. Oh, you're going to get 1 ounce more credit than I am, or you're going to, and again, this is just things that plague. So you got bunches of talk about silos. You got a bunch of silos out there doing things. And sometimes they're doing the exact same thing, or at least elements of it. So instead of collaborating and using resources, it's just easier. Everybody just does their own thing. And so it just speaks to the challenge that is out there within organizations. Probably a lot of our listeners either support or work with local nonprofits. And it's just an ongoing challenge to be able to put together and helping people work through the issues of why they don't want to do something. I even wrote on one of the slides, because I'm presenting it to all the boards, is trying to help them see, like, here, I even put anticipated objections. Like, what would I object to? Okay.
Yeah.
So I put this and I put this and I put this and I put this. Didn't even scratch the surface of all the objections that
you're probably doing that so you weren't going to be caught off guard. Next thing you know, people come with different stuff. That's funny.
Yeah. But and the last thing I'll say is this. One of the things that I've learned over the years, both by being guilty of it and being on the other side of it, is you really, if we don't want to do something, it is amazing the lengths that we will go to, or the excuses that we will use or try to come up with to shut something down. When really, if you wanted to do it, those wouldn't be barriers that would otherwise stop you.
Yeah.
And so, and this has been everywhere I am. And like I said, I've been guilty of it too. I go all back to my Army days when I didn't want to do something. Oh, I don't think that's not going to work. And here's why. And I'm just throwing everything I can possibly think of at it to stop it. So I'm no better, but it's just amazing. But what can end up happening, I'll just warn the audience, is, when you have a seat at the table and you have the ability to be with other leaders and have your voice heard, you're in a position that most people don't get. I would just encourage you, whatever you're dealing with, to be able to try to give. It's okay to say, here's what I think are the good things. Here's are the bad things. There may even be more good things technically, but I don't want to do it. I mean, just come around and say, I don't want to do it because I don't want to go through the hassle of change. I don't want to go through the upgrade. Whatever it is, rather than saying, oh, well, here's 20 things that are wrong and 18 of them are completely bogus that are easily refutable. I just think you end up losing credibility, and you can develop to the point of a reputation of, well, of course, whatever's negative, that it's going to come from this person, because all they do is talk about why we can't do something. If you come to the table, even if you didn't want to do it, you could say, hey, I've got my concerns about it. It's going to be a hassle, but if we agree to do it, look, here's some things. Here's what we can do. And you get to voice your opinion, but you also can solidify your position as somebody who can overcome personal differences, be a leader within your organization, and become that anchor person that we were talking about at Mission Minded.
There you go. Yeah, people don't like change for sure. Don't change the station. Stay right here. We're talking organizational change here on Bite by Bite, home, of course, of Mission Minded and this wonderful show, BBB. Thank you, my friend. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Appreciate you.
You as well.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.